Alright, game. Here's your chance. This is where you grow your beard. Make me happy. I goddamn dare you. And I'm almost certainly to get a lift upgrade in this dungeon, I can tell. Not only from the pots in here, but from the fact that there was a rock near a supposed exit right out there. This is level 2, the snake's remains. And that means apparently I'm going to be crawling around a snake's corpse this whole time. I'll stress to be observant of the map shape, and it'll almost certainly be a snaky thingy-wingy. Yes. Done shooting at me? Fine. Well, I've got lots of things to explore. I'll explore laterally before horizontally. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do that. Ah! I've walked into that trap enough. For once, I will avoid it. Now, the next time it pops up, I won't avoid it, because the instant I say I'm going to succeed at something, I fail at it. That is known as UD syndrome. You got 5 rupees, oh my god! I'm just so happy. I've always wanted 5 rupees, and now my dream is realized. No, I'm just being sarcastic for filler. There's no wrong thing with finding a chest that may have a monster right next to it and kind of acting as a trap. Oh boy, I wonder what will happen when I kill this last snake. Yes! I was right! I didn't actually say what I thought. Oh. I didn't get the text box pop up that time. Probably because I didn't pull it up from a chest. Yeah, the map says there's no exit, I think. Yeah, whatever. We will proceed. We will proceed to endow beads. I am fairly well obsessed. People know this. I am obsessed with endlessly nitpicking the minutiae of media. Because, in my mind, art is what matters. Well, art and science, but, yeah. I had a whole, like, philosophical tangent I was about to go on there, but then I realized, no, there's actual new stuff to look at least in theory. So, we'll look around. There's an arrow here pointing at the wall. See, for once I actually do notice something somewhat obvious. Kaboom! Yep. But only because that same gimmick was used 2 games ago, and oh my! Lots of money. In fact, I haven't seen money all just in a room like this since Link to the Past, I don't think. Actually, no, Link Between Worlds, which I have played more recently than Link to the Past. Are some of these rupees... Huh. It seemed like some of those rupees were giving me more value than others. This room's not even on a map square, apparently. Although let me leave and just leave and look at it to be sure. Yep, that was entirely a secret. A fairly obvious secret, but the game is supposed to ramp up slowly, that's understandable. Snakes, you fell on the other side of the room, far away from me. Just wag my bokken at you repeatedly and become fairly well invincible. Push. No, I'm not satisfied that there's nothing to do in this room, especially since that door over there has yet to open. So, that was it. If there's blocks, you gotta try to push them. Nobody can blame you for that. Holy shit, those things are huge! Fuck me! Yeah. Holy Christ on cranberries! I do not remember seeing those guys so large. Did I see it in the last game? I forget. Good lord. That's like 4 times the size of my sprite. Those things are fucking monstrous. They would end my life in a heartbeat if given the opportunity. Let us evade, let us ambulate with caution, and completely ignore the idea of ambulating with caution to go after a bat on the sole premise that it could possibly provide a heart. But it succeeded, so what have I to complain about? Die. Oof, it's too... Oh, yep, I'm gonna get a lift upgrade in this dungeon. No question about it whatsoever. I'm getting sick of these snakes, etc., etc. Except that's a lie, I'm not. I like killing snakes. Anything that doesn't have 2 or 4 legs. Like, originally my rule was anything that has more than 4 legs deserves immediate death. But now I'm thinking just anything that doesn't have 2 or 4 legs probably deserves to die. So I can throw snakes into that category, you know, unlegged creatures. Yes, I'm going to get a lift upgrade, but it's expected me to start dealing with the horizontal platforming segments. Come on, fall, would you? There we go. Thankfully, it doesn't look like a jump is necessary to get anything done here. Ha. I'm faster than you. How does it feel to suck and not be good at life? That's how I feel. Like 90% of my life. Oh, yet another thing I can't push. That's okay. I'm pretty sure there's portions accessible to me that I've not yet gone to. There's only one floor, but I moved quite a bit up here, so... Let's go back. Okay, so I will do this on camera, but allow me, perhaps at significant reluctance, to go on the philosophical tangent. We are not but pieces of meat stuck to a rock that is covered in water, and we will eventually die. But we have, at least some of us, and even fewer of us with quality, the capacity to create art. We have the capacity to create abstract structures that have meaning to other people, to other beings with the same conscious, technological, high social intelligence that we have. So, if we can make something out of that, even if it's not necessarily left behind, because, you know, record keeping isn't perfect, and sometimes works of media get lost. But increasingly, with the improvements of technology, that's not the case. Works of media are retained for the betterment of all. And if we do that, if we succeed in that action, then holy shizbiz. I don't care what any upset, gloomy, angsty depression, emo nihilist would say. Our lives are worthwhile if we can make art. Art is so important. And this is why... Oh, I have 2 keys. This is why I love the critique of art. I love the endless analysis of art. Sometimes unto excess, I will admit. Sometimes I do too much, and I need to shut up and go die, because you can only say so much and have it be useful. Which is a perfect thing to say at the end of such a philosophical tangent, because I have reached that limit now. Oh boy, dungeon stuff! I can't jump. And I don't have any switch hooking power, which I don't even know if that's going to happen in this game. But, interestingly enough, the bushes have blessed me with bombs. So if I can kill these dude bros, which is almost certainly the puzzle solution... You see, this is cool. I mean, it's, again, not the hardest thing ever, but, Oh, wow. That was fast. So, a brief bit of commentary about this room. I swear up and down to God Almighty, who doesn't exist, that if this were the prior 2 games, I would have bombs to throw over this gap at a switch crystal, or some kind of thing that would be triggered by the bomb, perhaps on a treadmill or a conveyor belt. It would not be a combat challenge. It would not be dealing with killable, mobile enemies who move around, who I have to target, who I have to think about, you know, what's my timing with the bombs. It would not have been that. It would have been focused on solving a non-living puzzle rather than the killing of things. Now, neither one of those is necessarily better than the other, but I think there's a stylistic thing to point out here. This game, like somebody in the comments mentioned before, I love the feeling of a dungeon that's trying to kill you. And for the first, you know, like dungeon and a half, maybe dungeon and a third that I've seen so far, that's been the case. This dungeon has been more about violence. It's been video game violence. Which is good. Or I should say the dungeons in this game have been about video game violence. Which I'm totes hip to. I like video game violence. Murder is my favorite felony. And does that look like a snake? I'm trying to let my abstract pattern recognition do its thing, and... Snake's remains. I don't see a snake. I see maybe at the uttermost stretch, a tadpole with a really fucked up deformed tail. Yeah, I don't see a snake in that. Maybe somebody else can point out a pattern I'm not seeing, but not that it's the most important thing in the world. Now that I have lifting powers, I can do as the Xbox bro gamers love to say, and lift. However, the map says that... Oh yeah, I haven't been over here yet, have I? Nope. Then let us go. Ah, yes, more trying to kill me. I love this. This dungeon is making me happy so far. I am pleased. What's this? Compass. Oh, text box description there was lightning quick. I loved it. It didn't say, like, and this has a new feature that I've already told you about 6 times. It does the thing that you already know that it does. I love wasting your time because I couldn't take the, 10 minutes of extra effort to have a programmer write a function into this call that says you shouldn't show the same text box after the first time. Whatever. You don't care about me, I don't care about you. But let's go back now to the place that I was before. No, I'm not going to break the video for the sake of recovering backtracking on camera. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to push this. Does that make it symmetrical? It does indeed. That's what I was doing. That's worked on both of those push break patterns so far. Make it symmetrical. Which is an interesting theme, and I wonder if it's going to be developed. I'm not that attached to it. I wouldn't be upset if it wasn't developed. But I'm wondering if it's even possible to make that into, like, interesting puzzle-solving mechanics later. Now push, you load! Yeah, that's right, I've got... Oh! It springs back. Okay, let's move. Move! Move! Come on, move. There, just gotta use a sustained, solid effort. That's what she said. I don't know why she said it, but she said it. Don't question me. I am the authority on what she said. All female utterances are the realm of Ood. The realm of UD. Is this gonna kill that bat? Let's find out. Ah! So it's not... Okay, so I don't think it's just about holding the button. Like, I'm pressing into it just with the D-pad. And nothing's happening. But I press and hold down the B button, and then it moves. Okay. So I actually have to use the bracelet. It's not good enough just to have it equipped. I'm outside the dungeon, and I got a gaseous seed. Oh boy. Oh, this is interesting. This allows me to change the season, but is that going to affect anything inside the dungeon? Huh. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. I mean, I'm sure I'm up here for a reason, so let's do the thing and win some points. Makes you wonder under what environmental architecture, like what geometry or objects. Oh, wait. I can't get back up as long as I'm in winter, so... But I can just leave and then come back. Yeah, because there was another segment right down there. So let's figure out what I get behind these stone mushrooms. Oh, fuck. I can't lift these? Let's try shoveling up the snow right here. And then... Did I even have the bangle equipped? I'm not sure if I did. Let's try pushing it. Oh, damn it. I need another lift here, don't I? Ah, shizbiz. I've got to go away now and get this to go back to spring. Well, summer. Good enough. And there... Yes, we can climb back up. And then... do this. I have no idea if this will affect what's inside the dungeon, but it doesn't hurt to try. I can see what people were saying. Yes, this game is more combat-focused, and other people were saying that it was a more polished experience, like a more... Whoa! Here's the deal. 10 bombs for 30 rupees. I already have plenty of bombs, don't I? But I have way more rupees. Let's go for it. I never have a good experience with you merchants. You bush merchants. People were saying that this is a more polished experience than the prior 2 games, and honestly, I can see it. I can see it. There's just little subtle hints and feelings and traces and things here and there. I'm in the supposed nose of the tadpole, so let's... Boop, 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 boop. The fact that there's winter outside seems utterly irrelevant. I know that merchant was there solely to get me through this room. You could have provided bushes in the other room that gave me bombs too, but I can see where they might want repeated attempts on this room. If you fail to use your resources properly, they might want that to cost you something. Not that much. I mean, after all the rupees you got... What the hell? What the hell? Dude. Dude. You took my chest from me. What did I do wrong? Am I supposed to bomb all the bricks? Am I supposed to destroy everything before I go in there? Let's talk to this guy and buy some more bombs. Yeah, sure. Thank you. I only... Oh, shit. I just used one for no good reason. Yeah. I just spent a lot of money on one bomb. So, are there 10 bombable bricks in this room total? Let's do a count. There was one up in the upper right-hand corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can't see the whole room, so let's bomb part of the way through it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... No, there's more than 10. So it can't be just about destroying all the bombs. Oh, it's a timed thing! I have to get in there quickly. Okay. I'll do one more attempt on camera then, and if that one doesn't succeed, I'll do the rest off camera. That's really interesting. I think I can get through with 9 bombs if I can stop hitting the goddamn button I don't mean to. Okay, so this will be attempt number 3. First legitimate attempt, because first time I don't even know what I was doing. I'm probably not going to make it. And I did! You got a key! And that probably takes care of this whole wing of the dungeon, doesn't it? And by wing, I mean tadpole nose. That was interesting. I'm trying to, like, mentally go back through the process I just ran through in solving this room. And think that, the only way that I knew that it was a timed puzzle is I was investigating a different tangent. I was investigating a different possible solution, and found that the chest disappeared before I had blown up enough of them to run out of bombs. Yeah, so that's a reasonable inference to make. Let it be known, there was nothing that was going to make me think, oh, this puzzle fucking sucks, I want to murder everybody who was ever involved with it. Yeah. That just wasn't going to be my outcome, but, just thinking about the logical inferences that get a person to a solution is an interesting way to go. Okay, so now, I won't backtrack this part on camera. Speaking words, yes! I will go back to a new place and come back to you, yar. My apologies if I've been talking really fast and incoherently. These days, right before I start recording, I have a cup of coffee, and it makes me a little bit wired. Just a little bit. But, ooh, that's interesting. Actually, even now that I can push these things, let's see, so now can I push this block, and then, no I can't. And I don't even want to think of what's going to happen if this comes back on me. Yeah, that's not working. Well, this is interesting. I can't grab it to pull it, so... Huh. Can I push this? Can I keep it pushed out? Oh, I can continue to push it. I didn't know that. Alright, let's move down. I thought I could only push it one tile, and then I was screwed and it would move back. And then all monogamy in the world would cease, and everybody would just be having sex with everybody else. A complete random. You end up having sex with people of the wrong gender, sex with people you don't even like. Yeah, that's the tragedy. That's what would happen. Ah, fuck shit. Go back. Go back just like me on most of my statements. Ah! It's okay. Nothing important has occurred here. I have 2 keys and I did not crush a bat. I sometimes giggle at the weird things that you can say that make complete sense in the context of video games, but in no other context. Oh, that's right. I slashed at a bat with a boken and I picked up the heart that it dropped and made me more capable of fighting, yeah. Ooh, mid-boss. Oh, you again! Oh, face dungeon. Go to hell. I thought I got rid of you after killing Koholint. That's right, I killed the whole goddamn island, and I was happy about it. Yep, bombs are hurting him just like before. Oh. This is the same damn guy. His attacks are, like, identical. Minus for maybe one of his minion that he drops. I can't remember if he did this fireball thing ever. It was months ago that I did this boss. Die! I never wanted to see you or anything from Koholint ever again! Now, I only instantly knew how to fight that boss because of my experience on Koholint. Now, I know that if I had fought that boss before playing Link's Awakening, it probably would have taken me the same amount of time to figure it out as it did before. Maybe less, because I have fewer options to experiment with now than I did in that game at the time I encountered it. But I wonder, for young kids who played this game in the early 2000s, did they have any, like, how long did it take them to figure it out, assuming they did not play Link's Awakening? I wonder. My thoughts torn asunder. I waste my time with useless rhymes. Oh, you dudes. Well, strictly speaking, you were from Koholint, but, yeah, you were hardly the worst thing I dealt with there, so I don't mind bombing you back to the Iron Age. That's right, I'm sending you back to the authorship of Scripture. Make it better this time. Write something in there about computers, or online etiquette, or DNA, or proper IP infrastructure management. Not just managing fucking sheeps and goats. Oh, one of these things again, from Labrinia. Down we go. I'm still not sick of these things. I think these gates are a really clever gimmick, and I do not mind navigating them. They're actually pretty fun. Alright, Owl. What you got? When the mouth opens, attack from within, then superhuman strength will prevail. This is instructions for the boss fight. Okay. So what you're telling me there, game, is that you don't think that your gameplay cues are... and the bangle, of course. You don't think that your gameplay cues are going to be enough to clue me into it. And maybe that's what your playtesting told you. And you thought the easy, cheap way out was just to have an owl out here telling the player what to do, rather than building it into the structure of the boss fight. Which, meh, I don't have the key yet, so I can't go in there, but, after seeing the really... Oh, I just have to go back now. I have to find a way to that other end. After the really terrible, horrible things that the lack of player testing has done elsewhere in this series, that may not be the worst compromise to make. Ka-chunk. Fucking fireballs. Bane of my non-existence. I kind of wonder, with some of the, subtle, not really subtle, but more mechanical changes, gameplay mechanical changes that Capcom made to this engine when they took it over. For one, Link instantly picking up bombs for throwing rather than setting them at first. And for two, pots flying with a vertical motion and potentially going over enemy heads. I wonder about that. Like, why did they think that would be good? I'm not saying it isn't good. I don't know that I mean, the bomb thing annoyed me a little bit at first, but I don't know if in the majority of situations that I go to, it wouldn't end up having, you know, greater utility. I don't know. I'm wondering what made Capcom think that it would be better. Anyway, enough rambling about useless stuff. Let's figure out how to get up to that chest. I'll come at it from below, obviously. But! Professional obligation. I'm sorry, it's just gotta happen. Doing pot every day! Moving platforms. Yes. This is a thing I can do. I'm okay with this. There's some nuisance enemies floating around to make it a little bit more interesting, which is always alright, if not done to excess. And lets me gain access to probably the Nightmare Key. Yep. You found the boss key. And that's all the description you get, which is okay. I'm quite fine with that. Which means this dungeon's basically over, which is alright. I mean, it's longer than the last one, but I'm sure the further ones will be even longer. Bow chicka bow wow. So, let me get back to the boss door. Lol. Back at the boss room. I'm down one heart, but boohoo, I'll manage somehow. And keep in mind the hint that the owl talked about. Let's go. Attempt number 1. And again, no dialogue. And another reptilian dinosaur thing. Okay. So. Do I just have to wait for your mouth to open? Do I have to encourage it somehow? I guess I have to encourage it. And then strength is supposed to prevail. Do I pick you up? What am I supposed to do? Get up here a bit. I only want to attack you from below. Oh my god, he charges me! Okay, open your mouth. Okay, so I'm not just gonna pick you up. Throw a bomb into your mouth, I guess. said strength would prevail, which makes me think I need to lift something, but maybe the only thing I'm lifting is a bomb. That feels better. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm supposed to bomb him and then pick him up and throw him into the bed of spikes, maybe? But something worth mentioning. That action of throwing the bomb into his mouth feels better than the equivalent action when it came to the last of the 8 dungeon bosses in the prior game, when you're supposed to throw the bomb in between the golem's crusher hands. You see, that just, so long as it impacts on his sprite, it connects. And then lift and... Ah, yes! I got it! I got it! Now, it probably would have taken a bit more of an experimentation without the owl's hint. And I do indeed wonder, how could have you gotten this particular gimmick without the owl's hint down? I wonder. Again, maybe they found they couldn't in playtesting and just kind of put a band-aid on it by having the owl talk to you. Alright, breathe fire at me. Hurt me more. That's all I want from life. Oh, yep, screwed it up. Try it again. You have your mouth open for a long time. Alright. Throw. Bum bum. That's oddly fun and satisfying. Trying to think of... I don't know if I can do this attack pattern from facing him from the top, so I'm just not even trying. Doing it from the sides at the bottom. Yep, nope. Go ahead. You're really easy to dodge. In fact, you're so easy that I'm hoping you have another form, but you might not. You're just the second boss. I suppose, since I got this down, I suppose I'll try it from the top. If, well, not gonna come up here, I guess. You're heavy. Ah. Seriously? That, too, was easy. Wanted the game to cut its teeth a bit, but, okay. Maybe it'll be harder next time. You got a heart container! And that's how many total now? 6? Yeah, 6. And what is our MacGuffin for today? What is the MacGuffin, so they say? It looks like an hourglass. You got the gift of time. I thought I left the time theming in the last game. Whatever. An essence of nature. Seeds sprout as seasons change with the gift of time. Well, that was short and to the point. That's so wide, it's blinding. Maku Oni-san, what say you? Give me advice, pure and true. Thank you, UD. I, too, received part of the gift of time. I just dreamt of a spool swamp out west, something afoot there, but I can see no more home. Oh boy. Alright, well, I got the dungeon treasure anyway, so... Because I predicted correctly, and oh boy, what a genius I am, let's just go over here real quick and see what there is. This is a whole new section of the map I've not yet done. I will not do it in this video, but since Maple is here, let's live with her a bit and see if we can get something interesting out of her. Run into her. Boom! That's right, girl. Oh, half the loot fell down. Don't care, girl. Your shit does not impress me in 0.1%. See, I'm faster than you. Well, when I want to be. You have the advantages of being able to, like, traverse portions of the screen that I cannot, but I have longer reach than you do. So, yeah, Dungeon 2 down. The game is smoother? And there's an interesting change of balance going on, because while the dungeon content has a feel of being a little bit more visceral, a little bit more visceral, a little bit more sharp-toothed in the dungeon itself. The bosses so far, while relatively interesting, have been easy peasy, and I'd like an uptick in the difficulty curve. But we'll see. We'll see. This game has not disgusted me to anywhere near the level that either of the two games had, even up to this point, you know, by the second dungeon. Things are still going well. I'm still relatively happy, so... Yay! UD's emotional state is positive. People care about that. Yes, it's just so relevant and important to your life. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Yeah.